All right. Welcome to Salt and Pepper Podcast, episode 4, sponsored by Wiener Circle in Chicago. Go there for all your nasty complaints and the hottest dogs in town. We got a new guest joining the roster today, Mr. Newman. He's an avid Warriors, avid Cavs fan. He follows the WNBA. He's in a bocce league. This man can do it all. Newman, welcome to the pod. Does that Chang hang low? What's good?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Thanks for having me. Happy to be here.
Yeah, no, definitely happy to have you here as our first guest on the Salt and Pepper Pod. We'll take it easy on you, but depends on what your takes are. I know we've been kind of hopping on the pod yesterday, talking about the Eastern Conference Finals and the Western Conference Finals. Time to digest a little bit. Honesy, I'm going to kick it to you. We're going to start with the West. Touched on it yesterday. Debrief, media going nuts. Pat Beverly on TV calling people out, saying Chris Paul's dick is this size. He wants nothing to do with him, saying the Suns are frauds. This is more about the Suns. If you have anything, we could close that out and then move on to actually teams that are still left, the Warriors and the Mavs. Any thoughts on the Suns, though, before we close out?
Yeah, so to get started here, I would definitely say I think this game was more about the Suns and their inability to score and their role players not stepping up in any way. And then Chris Paul, for the 5th time, has laid a big fat egg. Up 2-0 in a series and just can't get it done. And I mean, he did it with the Clippers how many times? At least 3 or 4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this is more about Chris Paul and his inability to win the big games.
I think that was probably the worst team performance I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, that was all of sports, not just NBA.
Yeah.
It's just the worst Game 7 ever.
At home, nonetheless. Holy
all year.
fuck.
I almost want to look up like a fact check.
I turned it off at halftime. Like, it was ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, Chris Paul, he doesn't show up, man. He doesn't show up. Patrick Beverly going at his neck this morning on First Take.
What did you say he compared him to?
A cone.
A traffic cone?
And he said all the NBA players know it too. Chris Paul ain't shit on defense. He's just a traffic cone.
Yeah, is that actually what he said? Like, can you break this down? Because since I turned it off at halftime, I saw highlights of it. I don't actually know what words were exchanged.
No,
traffic cone titties that he likes. That's what he was referring to. Seriously, I thought that's what he meant when you just said traffic cones.
Wait, because Chris Paul has large nipples?
I read traffic cones, and that's where my mind went first. Maybe he was referring to else.
Get your mind out of the gutter, Lewis.
I don't know. All I know is Kendall Jenner is going to be single for the summer. You know,
The Kardashian curse finally came around for Devin Booker.
After that performance.
I hate to say it.
Also,
for so long, and then just a 40-point L.
Also, she has a trend with her boyfriends. I just noticed. Blake,
I saw this
Griffin,
too.
Ben Simmons, now Devin Booker, just like right on the cusp of, the next level. And then, nah.
We're going to put Ben Simmons on.
It's a curse.
You really going to do that?
I mean, they both fucked her.
She must give him like blue balls before the game or something. I mean, just three's a pattern for right. Sure.
Moving on from the Kardashians.
Yeah.
Keeping up.
Serious question. I got a question. Do we even think Chris Paul, like, is he even really that caliber to win a championship? Like, he can't lead a team in the way that these other guys can.
Are you saying, is he ever going to win a championship?
Yeah, he's not. Yeah. I don't think he's going to.
I think his window's passed. I think his
window's way past.
I think the Suns can't keep it together. I mean, are they going to pay Ayton? They got both Bridges on the books, so they're going to pay Ayton. They got hella role players, Cam Johnson, Payne, all of them cats, Crowder. Like, those are all like legit role players for them. I don't know if they can keep all of them together. So the Suns' dynasty of 18 months has already come to an end.
Well,
Ducks.
They're just going to have to make a move now, so this offseason gets exciting for them.
Yeah, they have to. Chris Paul did say he's going to come back. So
he's got
to come back. Yeah, the management's going to tell him to keep it pushing. He's going to go somewhere else.
I think he needs to quit. He needs to retire.
I also don't like to talk about injuries or anything like that, but are we gonna, John, how Chris Paul started grabbing that left calf order down 35, and
He went for the calf.
we hadn't seen a limp. We hadn't
That's
seen
a
nothing
savvy veteran move.
left calf.
Yeah. Rocco, you think Chris Paul's retiring?
No, I don't actually. I think he should though. He's not really. I don't think he's got it, man. I mean,
he's going to be our era's Charles Barkley without a title, Hall of Fame caliber.
Yep, top 75 player, probably just never won.
Oh yeah, for sure, top 75. So kind of moving on from the Suns topic, we got the two teams. We got the man behind Reggie that just might just own Devin Booker's life. He might even steal his girl this summer. How about that? Luka Doncic going almost LeBron 2007-esque. It's kind of what this feels like if he can somehow get past the Warriors.
Yeah.
I mean, not a lot of help around him. Warriors are big favorites. Newman, I know you'll be at game one, if I'm correct, courtside. How you feeling about your Dove squad here? A little bit inconsistent, a little bit not challenging path, as many people would say, against maybe the hottest team in the league.
Yeah. I think they're hungry. I mean, I think it's going to be a good matchup either way. The Warriors, they've been in this situation several times. It's going to be a good matchup. I don't know.
It's a very vanilla answer of you, Newman.
I know. I'm trying to think. Like, I don't know. Like, who's going to guard Luka? Who's going to guard? I mean, the matchups are what's going to be interesting. But either way, it should be good because the Mavs are lights out. I mean, the Warriors are too, but they have the experience play. So,
yeah, this is a weird one, but I think Steve Kerr coming back is going to be absolutely monumental for them. Mike Brown should not be a fucking NBA
nowhere near the basketball.
I cannot believe Sacramento already hired the guy.
You see that challenge call he had?
What?
Like the second quarter to say,
yeah, he was challenging like a shooting foul in the first quarter. He was using his challenge for it.
Did you hear what he said after the game? He said, "This is my first time running offensive plays. Steve usually does that." I'm like, "What do you mean? You've never run an offensive play before? You were a head coach in the NBA with Bron."
He's the head coach.
I guess his game plan would just give it to Bron and run, but
LeBron was running that big offensive play clearly.
I mean, so I think Steve Kerr coming back is going to elevate the Warriors a lot. They're not going to get blown out by 40 points like they did against the Grizzlies that one game, which was absolutely also absurd. So I think the Warriors will win in 6. Luka can only do so much.
Yeah, I'm going to have to join that train as well. I think just the Warriors are going to have way too much experience. They've been in this situation countless times. They know what they need to do. And I think they have all the players and all the pieces to do it. I think Steve Kerr is going to mix it up a lot on defense. So Luke is going to be seeing a fresh body all the time. But for the most part, it's going to be Draymond Green. And whether we like it or not, Draymond Green is a hell of a defender. He's someone that's been in this position countless times, and he knows how to defend guys like him. Not saying he's going to stop him every time, but when they switch, he's going to be going against Iggy, who's one of the best ball swipers in the league in the playoffs.
Yeah, and Draymond might kick him in the balls as well for good measure. So we'll see on that. But
Mavs need a perfect. They need a perfect series, I think. To play.
Not even thinking a perfect series. It's going 7.
Yeah, I don't even know. I mean, it depends which Warriors team shows up. It really does. Like, I think everyone could sit here and say like, oh, it's going to be close. But would anyone really be surprised if the Warriors won in 4 or 5?
No,
like, I wouldn't be that shocked. You know what I
don't think anybody on this panel would be.
Kick it to around the horn. So I think the West is pretty chalked. We kind of know where that lies. Shifting over to the East of the East. I think Mr. Newman, I either saw it on Twitter or trending somewhere on TikTok that you said the Heat are going to the finals, and you said that's cash. Book it. The hell's wrong with you?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be the Heat, the Warriors. I mean, it's not even a question. Celtics they're playing really well right now, but they don't have it. I mean, the Heat,
Why?
they're great.
Why
not?
Why?
Why
They don't have it.
Why don't they have it? Why don't these two have it?
Let's dive into
the switch.
Because the Heat, they have more vets, don't they? I'm pretty sure they do.
I mean, yeah.
What is that?
But so
and
what?
they still have.
Youngest,
I mean,
this is the youngest NBA we've ever seen.
You could also make the argument that Jason Tatum's the best player in the NBA right now.
The Bucks had more vets too.
it's a good point. RIP.
This series is going 7 to me. I don't see how any other situation where it's not going
Down
7.
and dirty, just gritty.
It's going to be
a
real.
whole bunch of.
lot of blows.
This is going to be the matchup, I
there's
think here
I'm saying Boston
out
is
of the
6.
two.
What do we want to set
What?
over under on for ejections in this series?
I'd say 2.5 should be the line, and the 2 should be covered by Smart and PJ Tucker. With, the third one maybe it could be Al Horford.
Maybe a
Randy
Daniel
Butler,
Tice
maybe.
mixed in somewhere.
There we go.
Guys can be scrappy. Butler's going to be chirping.
Butler,
He's always
obviously.
something to prove.
Kyle Dump Truck Lowry also has a little chipper mouth.
That little Chihuahua's got a little yapper on him.
Yeah, he's all bark, no bite.
But I honestly think this Celtics team is a team of I don't know, man. I think they're going all the way, and they're going to. I think the Warriors are going to win it all, but I think it's going to go Warriors in 7 against the Celtics, because the Celtics by then would have had to play. If they go 7 here, that's 3 game 7s in a row. They're going to be burnt out. So that's my all the way prediction, but we'll see it. I mean, it's obviously tight. The odds on Celtics are the favorite to win the series as Miami has home court advantage. So that's interesting. Something to note.
Oh,
Favorites are 22-2 since 2010 in the conference finals. 22-2.
And that parlay would get you a nice plus 180 odds, FYI.
Sponsored by BetMGM. Go place that parlay.
So a topic I wanted to hit on a little bit was because we were talking about it earlier today, what constitutes a superstar in the NBA?
It's a good question.
So, and how many superstars are there in the NBA?
I think there's 6. There's 6 superstars: Giannis, LeBron, Durant, Luka, Steph, and Kawhi. All of those guys, I think, can carry a team by themselves. And I think that's what, for me, would be a superstar, not just a star. Like Donovan Mitchell, for example. He's a star. But superstar, I think that's the next level. You can actually carry a team deep into the playoffs, or, you're going to exceed your expected win total for that year. I'd say that's my definition of a superstar.
So I would agree with a lot of what you're saying, except for I would take Kawhi out right now, and I would put number 0 from the Boston Celtics there.
Ooh, you think he's there?
From what I've seen in the playoffs this year, the kid's a superstar.
Yeah,
I was gonna say replace Kawhi with Kyrie.
No.
Why?
He's got bounced by Jason Tatum.
Dude, Kyrie's awesome. The dude's crafty.
Did he carry his team to win this year? The dude didn't even show up
No.
at the game.
Yeah,
He didn't. You're right.
and he doesn't even know if he's.
But I think the dude has major skill.
Oh yeah,
I think he has the best handles in the league. For 100%.
He's the best handles of all time, sir.
Yeah.
That's a hot take.
But does that mean you're
He's
a
the best handles
superstar?
of all time. That's a fact.
What about like Allen Iverson? Like,
Allen Iverson can't do the things Kyrie Irving does.
who's a better driver, Kyrie or Allen Iverson?
Kyrie Irving.
Not shooter.
Kyrie
Yeah, I think
Just
Kyrie.
who can take it to the rim.
Dude, the
Really?
way
Like, I think
Kyrie.
if Kyrie was like a more committed professional athlete, I think Kyrie could be the best point guard that.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah. He's just always injured.
Chris Paul.
He's always injured, or he has something going on outside of sports. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but like if you want to be a professional and you want to be a legendary athlete, you need to commit a little bit more time to that.
He's got to go to work, man. He's got to go to work.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Would you replace? All right, keep the existing Suns team. Would you replace Chris Paul with Kyrie? Do you think that'd impact them for the better?
I mean,
that's a no-brainer, right?
Well, yeah, replacing a 37 Chris Paul with a Kyrie.
Yeah, you're taking Kyrie, assuming he plays every game. He won't have the mask mandate in Scottsdale, Arizona. That is for sure. But
yeah, that's not a thing out there.
So what's your gap after? So you listed your superstars as kind of like a elite.
So yeah, so
here. What's then
those are the
stars? But how many? What's after stars? Like just guys, dudes,
above average players.
I think no. I mean the stars are the guy. What do we say? 6 or 7 stars right now.
No,
we're talking
those are
about
superstars.
Well, that's up to
Then
you.
6, and then stars, and then we can just do like guys, and then the role players. So
I'm gonna name you guys a few players. Let me know if you guys think this is a star or superstar or just a guy. Rudy Gobert.
Star,
probably.
Guy
Yeah.
for me.
He's a superstar for you, Hunzy?
No, he's just a guy.
he's just a guy. He's a big ass guy that will block your shots repeatedly.
Okay. Like, how's he done in the playoffs the last 3 years? Bounce in the first round.
Well,
Yeah.
Keep going.
All right,
Lewis.
whatever, guy.
yeah, that's why I would also call Donovan Mitchell a star.
I think Donovan Mitchell's a star. I think Rudy Gobert is overrated.
Yeah.
All right. Tyrese Halliburton.
Guy.
He's a guy.
He's a
Come
budding
on.
star, but he's a guy right now.
Right. Reggie wants to say
He's
a
budding.
guy.
He's blossoming, but right now he's a guy.
He's got star capabilities. I would put him. I think Cade Cunningham is going to be a star.
Yeah.
Next year.
He's a star.
He impressed me like nobody else this year. So
I wanted to hit on one thing real quick. Where are we putting Damian Lillard at?
He's a star.
Ooh, that's a good one. See, he's definitely a star.
100% a star.
Easily a
He's not a
superstar. He
superstar.
just got some accolades.
he's more closer to superstar than guy for me.
I agree for sure.
Yes.
It's
He
really
just needs some accolades under his belt, and he'll be a superstar for sure.
Like
Easy to
right
forget.
under superstar, but Embiid, Nikola Jokic, Devin Booker, maybe a little lower now that we know what happened.
Where does Klay Thompson fall?
He's a superstar.
Oh my
Whoa.
God.
Whoa.
What do you mean?
Whoa.
Dude,
He's a
you think
guy.
he's a guy?
He's
What?
a guy.
No.
He's a
Klay
star.
Thompson is a star, but I think
saying
he's
that 'cause he
closer
just
to
came
guy
back, like-
on the star scale.
This year, he's a guy.
Sure, he's a
Dude,
dud.
he just had
but-
like 30. He's killing it.
He had one game with 30 points.
This year, he
Game
is a guy
6
overall.
Clay.
He's
All right,
not
all right,
having-
all right. All right.
I will say, Game 6 Clay. All right. Brandon Ingram.
Star.
He's a star.
Yeah,
He's a
probably
star.
star.
Carl Anthony Towns.
Star. He's
Ooh,
a star.
that's a
Star.
emerging. He's a star emerging.
He's an emerging superstar.
I don't think he's too big of a bitch.
He's same as Dame, to be honest. What'd you say, Lewis?
I don't think he's the same
Dude.
as Dame.
He's a bitch. He is.
Okay, I got one.
Why?
Evan Mobley.
Oh shit, he's emerging super. Well, he's a star for
Emerging
sure.
star.
Emerging super.
I agree.
He's a guy.
He's the
Emerging
same-
superstar. You said it.
Yeah, yeah.
What?
Yes.
He's one of those guys. Like he just needs more experience, and once he gets it, and if he's
Bro.
at the same pace he's going,
Look at his
he'll be a
body right now.
superstar.
Can you imagine a few years in the league? Like he's all
Yeah.
skin and bones, and he can still do that shit right now.
He's one of the best at blocking shots without fouling that I've ever seen.
And on both ends, yeah, it doesn't make sense. He's gonna be better than Kevin Garnett. Hot take.
Hot,
Holy
steamy.
cow!
Need to see him
I'm
play
on
next year
burn.
before I make any comment.
Trust. Trust.
Bradley Beal.
Oh, I
That's
love
a tough
Bradley
one.
Beal.
He's He's just a guy to me. He's not.
Whoa.
He's just a.
Oh, I think he's a star, but he's a low star, closer to guy.
Yeah.
You'd be
We're
surprised.
talking about these guys
He might have
in
averaged
the league for multiple years.
He's
What's that,
averaged the
Jones?
most points per game the past 2 years, Bradley Beal.
Yeah. I think he won a scoring title last year, didn't he?
Yeah, 30.9 points per game the past 2 years.
It's just
It's
like
unbelievable.
That is crazy.
what
realize
can
that.
you do with your team though? I need to see you make a run. I mean, the Wizards
Yeah, that's true.
are never in the playoffs. Like, come on.
Maybe he goes somewhere else. I don't know. Him and John Wall had those little.
Okay, I got one. Zion.
I'm a huge. Oh, I knew. I'm so glad you mentioned Zion.
Oh, he's not.
I hate Zion.
Zion hasn't played this year, so can we even call him a guy?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good point.
No,
I thought he was terrible before. Like, I hate Zion.
Okay, I will say I'm not a big Zion fan, but I did look up his stats before, and I forgot how like productive and good he was. He was averaging like 28 and like 12.
Really?
With a few blocks. Yeah. Like he was going nuts.
Wow.
That man needs to lose like 30 pounds.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
That's a polling right tackle.
Yeah.
Damn.
He's nothing under 280. I can tell you that.
I mean, this goes back to your Pelicans take, Reggie.
I was just about to bring that up.
Yeah. I mean, we got Brandon Ingram, star. As we said, CJ McCollum, I think we would probably say the same.
Yeah.
Right. And then Zion
Oh boy.
with the superstar potential and definitely star caliber. So, I mean, name another team that has 3 stars right now that's not left in the playoffs.
The Cavaliers.
So I think the Pelicans, like they're gonna be good long term. If they're probably not all gonna stay, but
I agree. I agree. They're
high
going to
upside,
keep those
for sure.
Those 3 cores. Yeah. So Newman, would you want to be a Grizzlies fan or a Pelicans fan for the next 10 years? It's a tough one. I think it's a tough one.
Grizz.
Pelicans. Why, dude?
Pelicans.
Why?
Best player. They got the best player.
I don't think Ja is
Yeah, I don't think
going to stay healthy, dude. I don't think he's going to stay. He plays too crazy. He's like D Rose.
Everyone.
Yo, Ja is
D Rose comment.
Dude, that is a great. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing with him. He plays like it's fun to watch him, but he's the only guy. Like he's just gonna get hurt. D Rose situation.
I think it's a carbon copy.
It's too strenuous. Yeah.
Can I enter the Suns into this conversation?
As having stars?
No, as the next 10 years.
Oh.
That's
Would you rather be a
with the
Suns
same
fan,
players.
a Pelicans fan, or a Grizzlies fan for the next 10 years?
Suns.
I think
Probably
Pelicans.
Suns.
Wow.
Dude, this is assuming they all like stay on the same team.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I'd rather be
yeah,
a
probably
Pelicans fan
Suns.
The Memphis Grizzlies.
because I want
I
to
love the
because Chris
Grizzlies.
Paul's
Like, I
done.
think the Grizzlies are dirty the way they're playing right now, but that's, I mean, back to Ja's point, like Ja's probably going to be injury prone here. So
Wait, right?
Let's just
Who
be
do you think?
optimistic.
You think the Pelicans have more wins next year than the Grizzlies?
No, I need to see when Zion's going to be good, what he looks like, what's he eating, etc.
didn't we
Or I make that
What's
judgment.
he's eating, etc.
I need to know.
didn't we
that
just
I-
see Zion do like a 360 dunk? Like
Zion will
Zion's
play now.
he's
He
fine.
almost came back for the playoffs. He almost came
Maybe
back.
Zion needs to
Yeah.
go on a juice cleanse or something.
Yeah, for real, bro.
Liquid diet, man. He's huge. We would not want to see him out on the street.
Okay, I want to enter the Cavs in this conversation as well, though.
Yep.
I think that would be a Cavs fan.
I'd be
Weirdly
a Cavs
enough,
fan.
I am.
Because
And now we're right back to
in
where
10
we
years, I'm
started.
still going to be a Cavs fan. So I don't really have a choice. So I'm going to roll with them.
We're the youngest motherfuckers and the best out of, I think, that lot.
Darius Garland's going to be a superstar.
Correct. we're gonna have two superstars on our team: Evan Mobley,
Yeah.
Darius Garland, and Jared Allen should have
You
been an
can't pay all
all-star
three,
this
though.
year. I mean, come on. We're bringing back Ricky Rubio, big time. All right, besides the point.
That's next.
All these teams are not, unfortunately, in contention this year. So, I mean, hell, you could throw the Mavericks out there. I mean, they just got to the conference finals with one guy. So, depends on who you bring. I think free agency will be big for Zach LaVine, among others.
Ooh.
So, closing arguments here from Honesy, Reggie, Newman. Appreciate you coming on, giving us your Miami Vice Heat topics. That is quite the hot topic. But we'll have to check back in with you after the Celtics sweep them and bring you on and see what you have to say for yourself. But any closing thoughts, Newman?
No, we'll see how that pans out. But thanks for having me on. We'll keep in touch.
Yeah, man. When swing by, my couch is always open.
What do you mean keep?
Yeah, for sure.
You always got a free.
Wait, Rocco.
I'm supposed to be a guest, Jones.
I'll walk over to your
day.
house right
Wait,
now.
I have one last question for our guests. So now this year they introduced the Eastern Conference Finals MVP and a Western Conference Final MVP trophy.
Ooh.
Newman, who do you think is going to get those for each conference?
Probably Jason Tatum for sure.
But you just said the Heat was going to win.
Yeah,
I know, but he's definitely made an impact. Guys, we're focusing on team here. I go Heat, but player wise, Jason Tatum for sure. Like
LeBron James averaged 41 points in the NBA Finals, and he didn't win MVP. They gave it to the guy that guarded him.
Iguodala. All right, who do you got in the West then?
That's like saying Giannis is going to win MVP of the conference finals.
He has to be in the game.
I mean, are you not going to say
I
Steph?
don't know.
You're not going to say your boy?
Steph.
Okay, that's what I thought.